Hello, I am a girl named Ron, and I just came back from Pax Unplugged, where I went as content creator. I have been going to Pax Unplugged and Pax East for the last few years, and it is one of my all-time favorite conventions. I love board games, I love TCGs, I love TTRPGs, so this is perfect for that. Of course, Pax East does include video games, Pax Unplugged does not. And Pax Unplugged is really local to me, so it's very easy for me to get to, and it is definitely top on my list every single year. I am going to share with you my haul and everything that I got this time around at Pax Unplugged. I'm going to start with the smaller things, which is on my tabletop right now, and then I'll move into some of the bigger board games and things like that. We'll start with my badge because a lot of the vendors had little ribbons that you can attach to your badge. It wasn't as many ribbons as other conventions, but if you look around, they do have them. So I got one from Gundam.com, Chaotic Great. I got one from Goosepoop Games. That says Silly Goose. I got one just from the General Con that says Ally, tabletopgamers.org. Got one from Click Clack Knickknacks, which I did buy something from. I got one from Riftbound that was Purifier Lucian, and I got one from The World of Trash, and they had many to choose from, and I chose, of course, the Basura Goif. And they are all trash-based accessories, and you'll see what I got from there. The general lanyard that they had to give out to everyone, and it is by Hedron. Actually, a really nice, good, sturdy lanyard. So I did get a game by this company, but I'm going to show you the bag now because I'm going to put things in this bag as I go along. This is Indoor Games Enjoyer tote bag by the West Coast Independent Games Company. So I loved this bag, and I loved one of their board games, and I did end up buying it. But I'm going to use this bag to place things as we go along. I will start with the card that we see right here. They had an adult 21 and older only lounge where they did serve alcohol. They had to ID you to get in, but you could also get an unlimited supply of free Red Bull. Red Bull did sponsor the Creator Lounge at PAX East, and it was heavily sponsoring PAX Unplugged as well. So this area was called the Winged Bull Tavern, and it was all sponsored by Red Bull, and they had specialty Red Bull cocktails and mocktails. Inside this tavern, they had a bunch of games and quests and things that you can do. Once you first walked in, you had to choose a role, and I chose the role of the rogue. These cards are given to you by the Philly LARP Society, and a lot of the Philly LARP members were actors in this tavern. So there's rules and guidelines, pretend like it's all real. The word really with eye contact means someone is using magic. Please react to the role play like it is a prompt, as long as it is fun. Display your fingers in an X to get someone to back off. Always respect it. Philly LARP Society facilitators can help you do the quests. Talk to them. The rogue has some mechanics. 2 tables and a mimic is at 4 to 6. Rogues may place clothespin on a person without being caught to peek at their role once per game. In the Endless Dungeon, the rogue rolls 2d6 and crits on the same numbers, dealing +6 damage. The boss event starts at 7. Complete quests to action surge the boss. This is an event that I did have to do because it was on my card. If you complete all the challenges on the card within the weekend, you get to win free Dragon Shield prizes. My mission was start the day with a Red Bull at the tavern, do an odd job for a Philly LARP rogue, join the cheers during last call at the tavern, borrow LARP rogue stuff, and post about it on socials. Get the password from the merchant. The password was Red Bull. Mix it up at the social at the end of the day, bring a new hero to the tavern, play a round in the speed sleeving showdown, which, by the way, if you played around at the Speed Sleeving Showdown, you got to keep the sleeves from Dragon Shield as well. So I did get a blood red set of sleeves from that challenge. which are not here because I've opened them. Get a wizard to ask a Guild of Games master a question, and action surge in the endless dungeon. That was where you had to roll these big giant die. Mine as a rogue were d6s, and if you rolled 2 of the same number, you got to ring this bell, and they made this big to-do, and you got like a bigger hit. And I did. I rolled a 4 2 times. I got really high hit points against my dragon, and that was super fun to do. So since I completed this mission, I got the double shell 150 card deck box from Dragon Shield, and I got to pick another set of sleeves. So this time I picked ivory because I had already gotten the blood red one. I think they had 3 choices. So I picked ivory matte sleeves. Where do we go next? I got lots of dice. So before you judge me on that, I'm just forewarning, there's a lot of dice in here. I'll start small. I went to this one booth that had this sign that said, adopt a critty. And there were these little knit kittens that actually hold a die for you in there. And when you bought one, I picked the strawberry little colored one because I thought it was the cutest. When you bought one, you got a coin for a gachapon that would win you a pack of mixed dice. And I did put the coin in, and I got a bag of mixed dice, but they were purple, and that's my least favorite color. I really, really, really hate purple, so I gave it away. But I did keep the critty, and I'm going to keep them for my dice. So I'm just going to put them right in this random dice drawer. These dice, while we're at it, right when you walk in, there was a Verizon booth, and if you filled out a survey, you got a pack of free dice. And because I was already a Verizon customer, it was a really short and easy survey, and boom, I got free dice. I got to pick the color I wanted. Majority of them were just black with white numbers, but I liked this kind of like swirly green, so I snagged these right away. There was a very big wingspan and wingspan accessory area and big merchandise table. But I personally hate the game Wingspan. I don't know why. I did not enjoy it when I played it. Maybe I need to give it another chance. I know people love it. The merchandise table was absolutely massive. People love that game. I despised it. I did not enjoy it. But I'm willing to give it another shot. We'll see. However, they did have a lot of like themed meeples, which you don't necessarily have to use in Wingspan. You can use them in any game that utilizes player pieces or meeples, but this is where these were purchased from. And I got a Totoro and Friends 7-piece meeple set. And it has the cat boss and a bunch of little Totoros and little soot sprites. And I think it's just the cutest. I'm really, really happy to have this, even though it came from the Wingspan area. Red Bull Break, not sponsored. I bought these little things called mini molds. I bought 2 of them. They're 3D printed, and they were $6 each, so it really was inexpensive. And they came with your choice of little mini Play-Doh. So what you do, I bought the Goblin, and I bought the D20. So what you do is you ball up a little piece of Play-Doh. I'm not very good at it yet. It takes a little bit of practice, but you ball up a little piece of Play-Doh and press it in the mold, and then, clean it up, pop it out, and then I cannot open this to save my life. How do children open this? Okay, there we go. Finally, huzzah. You ball up a little piece of Play-Doh and press it into the mold, clear away the excess, and then you could just you could play with the piece as, wet Play-Doh if you want, but you can let it dry, and then you have a more permanent piece. So I bought myself one to make little goblins and one to make little D20s. So I have my ball of Play-Doh. I'm going to place it in the egg like so, and I'm going to place the lid on it. Press it, press it, press it. clear away the excess, which I'm still not great at doing, but we'll see what happens. I always get still like a little extra left. Let's see. See, there's still some extra left to clear on the bottom. So I'm not great at it yet, but you can let it dry and then paint the numbers in yourself. And you have a little D20. And you fill in the space. And press your goblin. Clear away all the excess. Ah. I didn't have enough to give him a second ear. He's got a little defunct ear, but that's my little goblin. Look at him. He's just a little guy. And that's his little goblin butt. It's so cute. And once the Play-Doh dries, then you have a little goblin figure. And I thought these were awesome for only $6. They're pretty easy to use. This is only my second time using it, aside from demoing it. It seems like after 2 or 3 tries, you kind of get the hang of how much you're supposed to put in and how they work and all that stuff. They're really easy to clean. They're plasticky feeling. They're 3D printed. And I really love them. So I'm super happy I got these. I'm excited to use them more often. Well, these I didn't buy. I actually found them in the media lounge. So some other creator 3D printed them, and they are kind of like iridescent cat meeples. I got these 2 stickers because I thought they were super cute. There's a little raccoon with a D20 and this gelatinous cube buddy. I got this pin for free. It is a Frosthaven pin. I bought these 2 pins from 1985 Games. One is Fucking Nerd, and the other one is Letting the Chaos Consume Me, and it's a raccoon. And I just think they're adorable. I love them both. So thank you, 1985 Games. These are going on a backpack immediately. Love them. This is a dice that I just got for free. It does say Q Workshop on them. Features some of their many designs in one, and this was kind of like a little freebie with purchase. I also got these stickers from the media room. It says spritesanddice.com, choose your weapon. This one didn't have any creator name on it or company name, but I liked them, so I picked them up for myself. As I mentioned on my badge, there was a ribbon from Click Clacks and Knickknacks by Ariel Milstein Brennan. And they had these little wooden flip coins that are engraved. And one is do no harm, take no shit. And the other one is do the thing, don't do the thing. So I thought these were kind of funny, like in-game choice actions, or even for your opponent. You know, you might want to like funny flip it and be like, don't do the thing, you know. I thought they were really adorable, and they were very inexpensive and just a quick, easy throw in your bag kind of thing. These I received as a gift. It is by a company called Ynir, and they make jewelry. They have a Kickstarter for a new collection coming out very soon called the Monolith Collection. And they make jewelry, but I especially have been wanting this type of piece for a very long time. And now I finally have one for your glasses or sunglasses. But they have the little glasses grips. And this is the dice that I chose. They're kind of like a smoky green. They also have a little jewel pendant that hangs from them. And then this is what the chain looks like. So as you wear them on your glasses, they kind of hang like this. I'm so excited, especially because I just ordered new glasses. And these are going to be just amazing with them. I'm so excited. I feel like I said excited a lot, but I really am. I've been wanting this specific item for such a long time, and either I didn't want to spend the money, or I couldn't find them at the convention, or they didn't have them at one particular time, and I just regretted having missed out the first time I saw them. So they've been on my mind ever since, and I kept seeing people with them this convention, so I'm like, did you get them here? I need them. So I finally got them. Thanks, Yanir. Next, I went to a really big dice section, and they had these big old chonky die, and this was only $15. Usually dice this size is something like $40 to $60, and I just found the price so reasonable, and this color was so cool and so pretty. And even though the base is quite a light color, the white really pops on it, so it's still really visible on camera and on stream, and I really liked these, so I scooped one up right away. I love them. At the same booth, they had a bunch of die that have like little critters and creatures inside, and oh, perfect, Foam Brain Games. That was convenient because that completely escaped my mind, but Foam Brain Games was the booth. And these die are the baby T-Rex. So they're kind of like a light green clear. And if you look inside, they have little tiny baby T-Rexes inside with just little tiny arms. And they kind of look like little baby Godzillas, which I think is so cute. And I had to have them. So I got these two at the same booth. Really happy about these purchases. Another dice that I could not pass up, I know that if you look up Cozy Companion, it is all the same people. They had coffee and tea infused dice, so I got this big chunky baby, which is clear with gold numbers, and it does have little chunks of black and light purple tea leaves in it. And I know I said that I hate purple, I do, but I forgive it for this because one, it's very light. It's a pale shade of purple, not very much, and the concept is just so cool that I didn't want to pass it up. I thought it was very unique, and the price was very reasonable as well. I don't exactly remember how much this dice was, but it was perfectly comfortable within my budget. While we are on the dice kick, it continues. I got these 4, I know I'm overboard, but 4 scented dice from Baron Smelly Bones. They are extremely well made. The smells are very good. And they are infused so that they are meant to last for years, continuing on the smell. They also add some of the fragrance to the sponge inside the tin so that as you put your dice away, they retain and maintain their smell. They said that when you play with them, you might get the scent on your hands for a couple seconds, but it goes away. But on the dice, it has remained, they've tested their own, and it has remained for 3 years plus. You know, we'll see how they hold up, but I got Fireball Char, which is kind of like a smoky wood burning smell. I got the D6 set for that, and they're red and yellow glitter. I got the multi-set of green blade grass. It smells like fresh grass, fresh outdoors. I'm not allergic to grass, so no worries for me there. I got Cemetery Soil, which does smell very much like dirt and petrichor and like wet, moist soil, which I thought was really cool. And this is their new scent, and they were guaranteed to sell out of it, and I scooped it up right away. I could not pass it up. And they had a deal where like you buy 3, you get 1 free or something like that. So I knew I wanted it. I didn't want to have to come back, and I was like, well, let me just get them then. So I got the Dark Roast Ritual, and it does indeed smell like coffee, and it looks like coffee too. It is so cool. This like creamy brown marble. Some of them have a little glitter in it. I just thought it was too good to pass up. This is probably my favorite look scent combo, but my favorite scent of them all was the Fireball Char. So, and I've been eyeing these for a couple cons as well. So I'm very happy that I finally got them, and it's out of my system. I own them. We're past it now. These cards are from a game that I demoed at several PAXs, and I demoed it again at Pax Unplugged, and this is a Pax Unplugged exclusive card that you got for demoing, but they do give you a big fat stack. There's a bunch of other cards in there as well. The game is called Chemical Overlord, and I did end up buying it this time at PAX. However, it is being shipped to me. So I didn't take it home with me from the con. It is being shipped to me directly. I will gladly review it and go over that once I do get it. But it is a really cool, really fun to play deck building game. Oh, so there's a big like play set of these limited edition Pax Unplugged cards. So you get to build and make potions and utilize those potions throughout the game for different things and different effects. And there are certain vials that you need to make specific potions and certain levels of potions that make your in-game action stronger. And it does take a little bit of strategy to be able to purchase and save up for the right things for that. So I'm excited to play that once it arrives. And I'm excited that I got these special cards as well. One game that you know I could not pass up was Maze Craze. You know I'm obsessed with corn, and anything having to do with corn is going to catch my eye. And I saw this game, and I bought it on the spot. It was really fun to play. I'm going to tell you briefly how to play it. There are a bunch of these cards inside with different in-game routes. You can choose the 4 or 5 die route, or you can choose a 7 die route, which is longer. And the purpose is for you and your opponent or opponents to be the first to go through the maze. So if you have only 4 to complete, then you only get to roll like 5 or 6 die. I forget the rules exactly, but this is more or less how it plays. So you roll the die, and if you rolled a 3, you can keep it. You have to complete this in order. So of all your die, if you have a 3 and a 1, perfect, you can play them both. But if you have a 5 in your first roll, you can't place it until you've placed all the rest first. So you're essentially rolling die and racing to see who can complete the way through the maze via the die rolls first. And as you win, you can move on to the next maze or advance to a harder, longer to complete maze. The game plays really quickly, and there are variants and different ways to play it as well. So I'm super excited about this. It's just a quick and easy, fun game, and I really loved it. I thought it was just adorable. Oh my gosh, where do I go? Okay, these are some accessories that I purchased as a gift for someone who is learning to play Mahjong and working hard at getting better at it. I learned to play Mahjong at Pax Unplugged. It was the Japanese style, and I wouldn't say that I have a full grasp on the game. I don't know the betting aspects and the points system yet, but I understand how to play the game. I did love it, so I'm interested in playing it more. However, I have a friend who is very into playing it right now, so I purchased these little accessories as kind of stocking stuffer gifts for my Mahjong playing friend. So these socks and this little zipper pull keychain thing. And I did buy a sticker set, which I don't know what I've done with it at the moment, but I did buy a sticker set because one of the ways to win, one of the moves is called Ron. And Ron is when you win off of an opponent's turn. So essentially a piece that your opponent discards, you scoop it up and you win off of it. And I just felt like that sounds so like me, and I thought that was perfect, so I bought myself the stickers specifically for the Ron one. But I don't know where they've gone right now. I'm sure they'll turn up. They might be in another bag. On to Magic. I played in 2 of the mini masters, which is free. They give you a pack for free, and you and your opponent basically play out your pack against each other, and they give you some basic lands to fill up your pack in so that you're actually able to play something. So these are some of the cards that I got. They were giving out avatar packs. So they're all shuffled in. They're not in pack order because I did play with them. So I got Twin Blades, Fancy Footwork, Omashu City, Wandering Musicians, First Time Flyer, Umi Bash, Beetle-Headed Merchants, Great Divide Guide, Killer Launch, Fatal Fisher, Fire Sages in foil, T.O. Spirited Glider. I won't lie to you, I have not seen a single episode of Avatar ever in my life. Not because I wasn't interested, it just never happened for me. I was really big into Dragon Ball Z for a large part of my teens and 20s, so I kind of was occupied with that. I don't know anything about Avatar, so if I'm pronouncing things wrong, don't come at me, just teach me, I'll learn. Bender's Waterskin. And that was that one pack. I'm sure the other pack is somewhere in the depths of my bag. I also did the demo Learn to Play with a friend who didn't want their Jumpstart pack. So when you did the demo, you got a free Jumpstart pack, and you also got the promo card, which is Soka Bold Boomeranger. So this is the promo card, and I got 2 Jumpstart packs, which I'm really excited about, and I have not opened them, so I don't know what's in them just yet. And I also ended up with another Play Booster pack. I don't remember where I got it, but I ended up with another one. So those were the Magic products that I got for free at PAX. The cool thing about PAX is that almost every single game that you demo has bonus cards or free little things, accessories that they are giving away just for trying the game. And if you already play the game, or if you're a collector of those bonus pieces, it's very encouraging to go to the booth and see what's new and demo it and, you know, get those special pieces. They are very limited. Sometimes they do run out. Sometimes they only run the promotions during certain times of the day. But for the most part, at an event like PAX, they were really easy to get. I did go to New York Comic Con, and I found that a lot of those promo things were like gone on Friday and or Thursday, or what, they were just gone immediately. And if you didn't scoop them up when you had, you know, very early on in the convention, you missed out on the chance, and there was just no other opportunity to get them. If you only had like a single day badge, like I did, I only went on Saturday this year, and you missed out on those promotions, there's just no way you were going to get them. Some events are very different. I didn't find getting promos to be any kind of an issue at PAX Unplugged, thankfully, but I did find it to be really challenging at New York Comic Con. So just something to be mindful of if there's something you're really chasing after. That being said, I also went to the Universes booth, and they were giving out this wedding promo that actually connects together and holds hands. And it's Jester and Fjord, and it is very, very, very impressive, beautiful foiling. And I just love the treatment and what they did with these card arts. This is super adorable. So I'm glad I went to Universes to scoop those up. I did do the demo at Riftbound, and I had a friend of a friend meet me there and teach me how to play using some of his decks that he constructed. He does play competitively at his local game store, and was very happy to meet up and play with me, which was very nice of him. And I got to play somebody's constructed decks. It was pretty easy to learn. It does play differently than Magic, but it is easy to pick up, and at the moment it seems reasonably price pointed, though I'm not sure how that will change as time goes on. So the Riftbound booth was very, very busy, and they did not have any demo slots. You had to sign up for those demo slots, and they did not have any available until Sunday. So I signed up for almost very end of day Sunday. It was like a 4:30 p.m. time slot. Thankfully, I got in. I was able to play the official demo, and I got this promo card, which also has incredibly impressive, beautiful foiling. So I got this RE promo card, and they also gave me this little Riftbound kind of point counter little accessory. And if you didn't think I got enough die already, I went to a booth that had this big, like, Viking chalice kind of thing where you could literally scoop into a barrel and get as much dice as you can for $25, and you get the dice bag. So I picked this little velvety embroidered axe dice bag. I have not opened this, so I don't even know what I've gotten. So I'm going to dump and see what I've gotten. What I do know, though, is in addition to all of these, they let me stick my hand into a mystery mimic mouth hole and pull out a mystery bag of dice. And I got these black, white, and gray with gold numbers. So these were my mystery bag of dice, and that was free with my purchase. Oh, here we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's so many. Okay. Oh, I got so much purple. Yuck. This is so unfortunate for me. Okay. So I did get a lot of this, like, black glitter with purple set, and they have little cats on them. Do they all? No, they don't all. So they're not all from the exact same set, but they're dark enough that the purple doesn't super bother me. This one actually doesn't bother me a lot because it's, like, really light and glittery. It's not quite the shade of purple I hate the most. So we're not in too bad shape. But for the most part, I love this one. This unicorn one, hot pink with lime green. Those are some of my favorite colors. So I love this one. I love this one. Oh, with a little ghosty. Oh, I love it a lot. Oh my god. Okay. That's one of my favorites. I do have a bunch from this, like, skull and crossbones set, so that's good, and I like how visible they read. I love this kind of slimy, iridescent looking. This one is super cute. It's like a confetti glitter pink, and it has a little cat on it. There it is. We've got some, like, bubblegum pink ones. This one has a big skull. Got, like, a red, white, and green swirl. Kind of Christmassy or Italian or Mexican. I've got another little skull buddy. More of this black one. But yeah, there are tons. This fun yellow with dragons. Like a red swirl. There are so many cool die in here, and I like that they're all different kinds. There's D4s. This one's cool. It's got little swords on it. D20s, D10s. So we've got a lot of different things going on here, and they're all so cool. And we've got the up by 10 ones. I don't know what these are called. But yeah, we got a whole bunch of stuff in here. And oh, I think that one glows in the dark. Like these ones. I think these glow in the dark. So that's fun. Not that I'd ever be, you know, playing in the dark or something, but it's still a cool thing to have, right? So I don't know if the value is there, but the experience was worth it. It was very fun. They also let you, after you scooped up the $25 bucket, they kind of buried the chalice amongst the dice and let you continue to stack until the stack fell over, and you got to keep whatever remained on the cup. So I had a really beefy stack going on, and then like a bunch of them ended up falling over, and I could have gotten more, but I got greedy, as one does in these challenge games. But it was really fun, and I did get the extra free dice. So I don't know if it's worth the $25. I would say so, because not only did I get a fat stack of dice, but I also got this bag. And these bags probably go for like $10 or $15 each alone. So I do think it was worth the value. It was worth it for me. And I love them. I think they're really fun special dice. On to bigger purchases. I got these sleeves at Archon Games. They make one of my favorite board games called Eschaton, which I already own, and I own all the expansions of. And they also make another game called Nexus Infernum, which I demoed for the first time while at Pax Unplugged. And it was a little bit harder to learn than Eschaton, but I still really enjoyed it. However, Eschaton is special to my heart. If you haven't played it or haven't checked it out, definitely do. I love it. This is their postcard that advertises the Nexus Infernum game. All of their art on their game pieces and boxes and board games are very, dark and gothic and super cool. I love that it all looks like this. So this time I got a t-shirt from their booth, which looks like this. It's just a little skelly. He's just a skelly guy. It's hard to see because the t-shirt is bigger than my playmat space, but this is what it looks like. He's holding a little sword, and I love it. I think it's very cool. It's super soft. So I scooped these up from Archon Games because I love supporting them. I do already own these sleeves, but I have felt guilty using them because they're so cool and I just haven't wanted to use them on anything. So I bought a second set so that I can finally use at least one of them. While I was in Philly, I went after the convention to a bar called Doom. It is a heavy metal bar that has really good craft beers, a really fun, cool ambiance. It looks amazing in there, and they have old movie clips or movie trailers from like old horror movies playing and projected on the wall. And it was a bar that I had a great time at. The food was really good, and I highly recommend it. I liked it enough that I bought a t-shirt from that bar too. So even though I'm not a big fan of white shirts, this one was my favorite, right? It says Deathstorm, Extreme Metal DJ Night, Every Week from Hell, must also end in a weekend from hell. So I thought this was really cool. I liked this t-shirt the best, so I scooped this up. I know it's technically not a convention grab, but it is something from PAX weekend that I would have only been able to get in Philly from a local company. Ooh, I did find the Cozy Companion flyer, so where I got the tea dice from was the same booth as these folks. They have an apple turnover recipe on the back, which I thought was just adorable. I found the stickers. These are the Mahjong stickers. So there's Sumo, Pan, Chi, Richie, and Ron. Oh. I thought it was really cool that that's one of the ways to win. So, of course, I had to get the Mahjong sticker set. This is an additional bonus Maze Craze round card that I got for purchasing the game and for demoing it. So there's little extra bonus cards in here that can be used in the game. This is the card for the mini molds folks, and it's minimold.games. From the official PAX booth, I got these glow-in-the-dark board games metal font stickers. I also got the cropped hoodie in this same font. I got this Pax Unplugged iron-on patch for free with my purchase. You know, I would have never chosen it because it's purple, but I did get it for free, so I'll put it on something. And I got this, which is so dirty now from putting drinks in my bag, this holographic graffiti Pax sticker as well. I went to the ID Comics and Entertainment booth, and that is where they had the new Godzilla TTRPG game. You could not purchase it there yet, but you could demo it, and they did give you a booklet with the first part or the first chapter of it in it. So you got to take home and look at that. I did purchase my friend a big playmat. I don't want to unfurl it because it's a Christmas gift, but it kind of looks like this. This gives you the gist of the art. Big Godzilla fan, so I got that for him. And they gave me a book of my choice for free. Like, this is massive. Massive. Look at this. I just got this for free at that booth. Oh, and here's the first portion of the game, the TTRPG. I tucked it in here because it is a little bit loosey-goosey, and I didn't want it to get super crinkled going around. It was one of the first booths I went to at the con, so I tucked it in here so it would be safe. And I cannot believe they just were giving away full books. That was crazy. So this is considerably heavy, and it was one of the first booths I went to, and I walked around with this thing all day. My shoulder was screaming at me by the end of the day. But all worth it for good gifts for a friend. I know my friend will really appreciate it. So, and I got this tote bag. Probably hard to see, but the big, nice Godzilla tote bag. It says Godzilla the role-playing game. This next purchase is one of my favorites of the weekend. It's going to be really hard to roll it out and show you, but it is from the World of Trash. And if you don't know, the World of Trash, all of the products are designed by Daria Aksenova, and she is a magic artist. She designed the squirrel tokens for Bloomborough. She had a lot of critter merch, and if you purchased one of the squirrel playmats, you got a signed artist-proof squirrel token. They also had them for sale, I believe. I did not buy one because I don't play a lot of green, and I didn't find it super useful, though it was nice to have some merch by her. They were giving out these Trash King crowns for free, so I scooped up a bunch just because I thought it would be fun to kind of play around with them with my friends or save them for Monarch, you know? I got the tote bag, which came in handy during the con. I did use it throughout because I didn't bring a purse with me, so it helped at night not having to bring my backpack or rely on just tossing things in my pockets. I got the raccoons, and it is so cute. There's so much detail. There's a little baby there with a bow, and they're all doing a bunch of like magic, sword fighting, potions, kind of wizardry things, and I just thought they were so adorable. And all over the sides there's just like trash and things that raccoons love. And it is double-sided, and it is just the coolest tote bag. I'm so happy to own it. Now, when it came to playmats, it was a very hard decision because as a New York City girl, I was really partial to wanting the pigeons, but I also love raccoons so much. So I couldn't decide, but thankfully they had two different styles of playmats. They had one where if you play Magic, specifically Commander, they had all the zones marked, and they had plain playmats as well if you wanted to use them for other non-Magic games. I do love playing Magic, so I bought one of each, and that justified buying both. So, apologies for the crinkle. This is the raccoon playmat. which of course obviously is the plain one with no marked zones. Ah! This is the pigeon playmat. So you can see here there's a lands section. Over here it tells you all the stages, life encounters, exile, command, library, and graveyard. Where is it? There it is. So these are the zones and areas, and I just think it is the coolest playmat ever. It's got a little sewer, it's got trash everywhere, a busted up crock, a donut, a pigeon wearing a bread slice, a pigeon on fire. Like, this is incredible. Look at this. A bottle cap hat pigeon. Another one that's got a zipper on its back with pills coming out of it. Like, this is genius. This is so New York City. I am flabbergasted. I love this so much. The trash fried chicken, it's just perfect. And it is very thick. It does have like the stitched edge. It's super shiny, high quality. I am in love with these playmats. They're going to be in my frequent rotation. I know it. I feel it coming. I did get a board game called Aspens. Aspens plays a little similarly to Fire Tower. You are building up areas of forest. So as opposed to building up the areas of fire to knock out an opponent in Fire Tower, you are building up areas of forest to be the one to have the most forest by the end of the game. I like that style of play. I like that style of game. And I did purchase that game, but it is downstairs because I've played with it. So I don't have a physical copy of it, but I will post it in the video. The last game that I bought, have not opened this yet, but this is the game that I bought that came along with the Indoor Games tote bag. This is called Snakes of Wrath. It is a tile game. The tiles are snakes and they're double-sided. So there's a blue snake and a red snake, and you and your opponent, it's a 1v1, you and your opponent must build up tiles to create snakes like dominoes. The tiles are double-sided. There's a red snake and a blue snake, and the purpose is to draw from a mystery bag of tiles to either build upon your own snake or do something to your opponent's snakes to make it harder for them to finish their snake and require more moves and strategy and the right pieces to appear in order to gain those points for themselves. The tiles are super beautiful and well made. This is the draw bag. It does come with a really fun looking old-timey rule book. It does come with the stands for your tiles. And this is what the tiles look like. So that's a blue side. That's probably a piece that interrupts or a headpiece. I don't know if all the headpieces are black. I haven't played with the full set yet. I just saw the demo. That's a red side and another blue side. So the snake can coil. The head obviously starts a new snake. I'm really excited to play this game. This game looked so cool and just really beautifully made. We could not pass it up. So it is ours now. And if I enjoy it enough, which I am sure that I will, it looks right up my alley, I will definitely make a video of it so that you guys can see what a full gameplay looks like with Snakes of Wrath. And that, my friends, was my PAX Unplugged haul. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, all the things. And come visit me again for more gameplay, box opening, and haul videos. Bye!